Welcome back, everybody. This is Bulldog here, and I was super excited this morning when I woke up, looked in the Mav chat on Discord, and saw that they have revealed 3 new Chaos cards. 2 of them are Summoners. We get our first look at Chaos Legion Summoners. And I'm guessing that these are going to be the starter cards that you get once they make those updates. We've all got the base starter summoners that we can play with. This will probably include them. So I don't know that for sure, but that's kind of my speculation. That makes a lot of sense. Let's jump in. Let's look at our first summoners of Chaos Legion. We have Obsidian, who is going to grant +1 magic to the Earth Splinter. That's going to be a very be a very new take on the Earth Splinter. And then we have Tarsa, who's going to give +1 melee attack, +1 speed. Kind of replacing an old beta card. So we'll go in and we'll look at that in just a second. But the other key thing is these are 4 mana summoners. So we've had kind of 3, 5, and 7 mainly. There's some 2 in there, but this is going to give us this is going to kind of fill in those gaps a little bit, give us something a little bit different. So let's go look at, actually, but before we kind of break this down, I'll show the one other card that they revealed, and then we're going to go back and focus on these summoners here. So they showed an opening for Chaos Packs, and in that opening, Hunter Jarks was pulled. So we only get to see level 1. We don't have full stats, but at level 1, 3 snipe damage for 6 mana. That seems pretty solid. Doesn't synergize back with our other summoner here. That goes more with like Renin, for example. But we'll see. So let's go look. I'm gonna flip over to Monster Market here, okay? And the reason I'm going to Monster Market is because on Monster Market, if we scroll down here, you can actually sort by their attack type. So you've got to figure that anything with magic attack in the Earth Splinter just got a boost. Are we going to see prices go up for some of these cards? So I've tried to sort by modern cards. I did Reward, Untamed, and Dice. Reward cards will be split. You can see like Spirit Shaman has the old background. That's a beta card. So Centauri Mage up here has the Untamed background, and then you've got the Bilchka here, who's got the Chaos background. So I don't have some of the old cards here, but I was trying to sort by modern, and then I've sorted by magic. And then we've got Earth and Neutral, because you can use Neutral as well. So what cards could get a boost from this? That's a big question, right? So Centauri Mage is a card that I actually don't have yet, that I've kind of been wanting. That has that Reflect is a good character to put like in your snipe spot. I say the snipe spot, so the first non-melee card. So if somebody has that ranged snipe, like we just saw from our Hunter, right? So if you get that card played against you, set it so it'll attack Centauri Mage, and you'll get that Reflect back. Now she gets the damage boost if you're running her with our new summoner. So Chimera Princess is a great card already. Now gets a damage boost. Bilchka here. 3 magic attack for 3 mana and can hide a little bit. Has that camouflage, so they're not gonna get hit by your snipes, by your sneaks, that type of thing. Has that camouflage, so now would have 4 magic attack for 3 mana. Now becomes pretty solid. Sporcer is a card I absolutely love that can now get a damage boost. So Tortoise in Chief as well. I mean, there's a neutral card. Kron. Did we just boost Kron? Not at level 1 or level 2 because you don't have that last stand. I mean, you still boost him, but it's not like a Llama Kron type thing. But remember, Kron can get last stand all by himself at level 3 and above. So now you can boost his magic damage with one of the new splinters in that last stand. Could be interesting there. Could run that at 14 mana now. So that'll be interesting to see. Oaken Behemoth is already a good card. Adding 1 magic will certainly help. At 12 mana though, adding 1 extra magic attack is nice, but not like groundbreaking or anything. Spirit Druid Grog is, in my opinion, one of the worst legendaries in the game. I still don't feel like, okay, yeah, now he gets a little bit of a damage boost, but the problem is that 1 health. 1 health and 1 speed has always been the issue. He's got good abilities and everything, but if there's any sort of reflect on the other side, he's gone. So I still don't feel like that's gonna really boost him too much, but I mean, it does give him a boost. So some of those cards are cards that you might be looking at as getting a potential boost there. So as for going back to Tarsa, let's kind of look at this as well. So let's go over to our fire summoner so you guys can see this. Summoner, fire summoner. It was beta, right? All right, are we gonna get this to load? Are we gonna have to go into Splinterlands? All right, let's, sorry, Monster Market. Let's go over to Splinterlands here. Let's go into cards. Actually, let's go to the market because I don't own this card. Fire summoner right here. Play-Doh Emberstorm actually has a special spot in my heart a little bit because I'll just get myself off the screen. Can't see it now because we're over on this side. That's okay. This was the first major giveaway I had on my channel when Chris Roberts stopped by on one of my first Splinterlands stream and gave this card away. It was like $80 at the time. Now it's the $750 card. Somebody got a $750 card for visiting my live stream. That's pretty cool. But you can see this is a beta card, so this is no longer going to be available in the modern format. If you're confused on what I mean when I say modern format, I did a recent video on that. Go check it out. But it's going to be dropping off. So this is kind of a replacement here. You have 1 less mana and you don't get the -1 health, but otherwise are pretty similar. If we kind of switch back and forth here, you can see the +1 melee, +1 speed. So a little bit of a replacement, but this kind of might be what it's like for these new cards versus your beta cards, your alpha cards, even some of your untamed. This is going to allow, this is kind of a replacement to be able to compete with Play-Doh. Even if you're in wild, this is similar, right? Okay, you've got 1 less mana, but it's a little bit of a trade-off there. But overall, you're gonna be okay if you don't have the $750 card. But if you do have the $750 card, it does give you a little more flexibility. If you have 1 more mana that you can throw in there, having that -1 health might be the difference in the match. That can be a significant advantage, but it's not so much of an advantage that newer players can't compete with older players. Does that make sense? So it's a pretty good approach. Where we'll see what his price does. Okay, is the price going to go down? I believe it has. We'll see what the price is like for him, because I still think Play-Doh's a better card. I still would rather spend the 1 mana and have the -1 health for everybody. In a lot of situations though, and it's not such a drastic difference. And sometimes, especially on no mana battles, maybe you really need that extra mana to get another card in. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out as maybe in wild format or at the beginning when everybody's playing together with all the cards. Remember, modern and wild don't separate until about a month after Chaos releases. How are these two gonna play? What's gonna happen when they go up against each other? Is that who's going to have an advantage there? And again, I still think the players that own this card will have an advantage, but not necessarily a $5,000 advantage, if that makes sense. So we'll have to monitor these older card prices and see really what happens there. But I'm excited. I'm glad that we get to see more of these cards. I can't wait until we get to see all of them. It's only not eight more days now until Chaos releases. That's crazy. It's like Chaos has been like this thing that is in this far off distance that we're excited about, but it's always felt like it's been way away and it's somewhere off in the distant future. And then now all of a sudden it's like it's almost here. Almost like Christmas sometimes. It's like you feel like, oh, I've got plenty of time to do my Christmas shopping, plenty of time to go get everything. And then all of a sudden you look up and it's 3 days until Christmas. It's 8 days until Splinterlands Christmas. I cannot wait. I am super excited. Make sure you guys sub to the channel because you know I'm going to have all sorts of Chaos content and we are going to have a blast this month. It's going to be pretty amazing. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll be seeing you around.